Another key thing that we really struggled with and still have a lot of work to do, because it is always a work in progress, especially as a growing organization. There's always more challenges here. But the thing not to do is don't grow a fearful team. And I say it in that way because I did this. I cultivated fear in my organization. I did it accidentally. It requires constant vigilance to protect your team from operating in fear and from dropping into fear. At the beginning, I didn't even realize it. I didn't think about it. And in my desire for excellence, I know this is true of a lot of entrepreneurs, they have this zeal for excellence. They want everything to be great, right? And so in their desire for excellence in everything that they do, things can get pretty severe. They can come down pretty hard, have a pretty hard edge, and they don't gild their feedback with grace and seasoning, right? I mentioned Apple earlier. Steve Jobs was an example of this, especially early in his career. Like, there's a lot of stories about people that got chewed up and spit out by Steve Jobs because he had something good, right? I bless that thing in entrepreneurs, that zeal for the excellent, right? That desire for things to be truly great. That's so good, and we need that in this world because it stretches us. It stretches other people that don't have that as much, right? That are more the doers and implementers, and those that actually offer the good tension that entrepreneurs need, that sometimes good enough is good enough. And you got to move on and not try to make everything perfect and great, but make the main things really great, right? So there's something awesome about that, but there's that need to develop that grace that comes from seasoning and practice and honest, brutally honest feedback from people around you that care enough and are courageous enough to offer you, the hyper severe, person that's zealous about excellence. Scary, tend to be scary people to offer feedback to. Offer you that feedback, and I have had that in my life, and I'm so grateful for the people around me that have had that courage to and cared about me enough to offer me the feedback. Hey, that really hurt my feelings when you said that. And it's funny when I say that, I think it's so easy when someone says that to observe their feelings as weakness and be like, you just need to get over it, right? But there's a difference between offering someone your heart as a victim and offering your heart as a powerful person. And I had some people around me that offered their hearts to me as a powerful person. As powerful people, they said, hey, that hurt my feelings. I need you to know that because I don't really want to feel that way. I'm willing to continue working with you and flowing with you, but I need you to adjust for me in that way, right? There was no like, woe is me, how could you? It was, I'm powerful and I'm going to make good decisions here, and I'm willing to work with you and be gracious with you because grace is so powerful, right? They're willing to be gracious with me, continue to walk with me, but it gave me the opportunity to see into their hearts and see how I affected other people, and it gave me the opportunity to really care. And the truth is, early on, I did kind of respond to everybody like, you just need to get over it. You just need to be stronger, Why are you feeling so much? Why are you so hurt? Why don't you shut off your heart? And I think a lot of people do that, right? They kind of look negatively on the heart. And what I've learned over the years is that, oh man, the heart is a fundamental part of being human, first of all. And secondly, it's a reservoir of power and strength on a team if you can make it safe for the heart to play in an organization, in a business setting or any other kind of organizational setting. If you make it safe for people's hearts to play and to be honest and express, that's when real creativity happens. That's when things get really, really cool, and the culture of innovation has legs to run. That's really exciting. But the opposite end of that is that culture of fear that can happen when we get really severe. So there's a lot of things that really can be said about this. That was one way in which which I created fear in my organization. But there's a lot of things. First of all, it is important to find people that aren't easily scared. And that means that I look for solid rooting. I always say I'm looking for bedrock here when I'm interviewing someone. I want to know when hell and high water rise, what helps you stand strong? Why are you confident that you're going to be able to stand strong in the face of that? And another way of saying that is like, hey, how easily scared are you? And fear shows up in the most seemingly innocuous and difficult to detect ways. And so it's hard to see that they're actually operating in fear a lot of times. But when things are going wrong, when things are really rough, a lot of times it's because fear has been the one making the decisions, as I touched on earlier. Thanks guys for watching this video. I want to invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let's keep the conversation going with the community questions on the social media channel of your choice. And finally, for more great content like this, go to originalleadership.com.